My name is Kayla Connell, and this is my rhetorical analysis project starring Peta. According to Peta, an animal rights activist group, feeding kids meat is child abuse. Most of you are probably thinking that statement sounds pretty extreme, but there's a good reason for that. PETA is known for taking their ads to the next level. Whether it's showing people naked or putting human bodies in meat packages you would buy in a store, PETA never falls short from extreme. Because PETA is so intense with their ads, it makes perfect sense that they would say feeding your child meat is abuse. Now, I would say the purpose of this particular ad by PETA is to encourage parents to make their kids go vegetarian. Although, in reality, PETA really does want everyone to be vegetarian and not just children. The main intended audience that PETA was trying to reach were parents. Although other audiences include children, anyone passing by it on the road, and visitors to their website. An audience that PETA unintended would be anyone watching this video now. According to Laura Boland-Carroll, exigence is the circumstance or condition that invites a response. The exigencies for this ad cover a wide range of topics. Every year, there are over 1.5 trillion animals killed for human consumption. Because PETA is an animal rights organization, they are trying to limit that number through this ad promoting kids to become vegetarian. There has also been an increased rate in child obesity, so they are giving meat all of the credit for the cause of this. Also, I think because PETA is well known for being an organization against animal abuse, they linked meat to child abuse even though there is really no relevancy between the two. Nowadays, we are lazy and tend to feed children a lot of fast food like the burger depicted in the ad, and veggies are just not a big enough part of our diet. Lastly, this ad was placed in California, where body image is more critical than anywhere in our country, so it would make sense that PETA would target obesity in such an area. There are definitely some negative constraints placed on this ad, but positive ones as well. Laura Boland-Carroll, author of Backpacks vs. Briefcases, says no rhetorical performance takes place in a vacuum. Therefore, depending on the type of person viewing this ad, it may be seen differently. For example, someone who is not a fan of the PETA organization is not going to even consider the ad most likely. Also, anyone who stays at home will never even see the ad, so that is a problem. People who are avid meat eaters will not take into consideration what PETA is saying either. There is definitely a lack of factual information in this ad, and it is mostly pathos-based, which may not appeal to some people who are persuaded by facts. There are a couple of positive constraints, though. Anyone who sees this ad that is a supporter of PETA will probably take into consideration what they are saying. Also, I'm sure parents that are concerned about their child's weight may think about the ad and maybe even turn their child into a vegetarian, or at least limit their meat consumption. This ad by PETA uses pathos or emotion more than any other aspect to get their point across. Because it shows a fat kid eating a burger as child abuse, it raises a lot of concern that they would take such a large issue like child abuse and use it so lightly. Also, because everyone wants their little girl or boy to be perfect, the idea that meat can make them fat probably isn't too appealing. Lastly, the font of this ad, I think, is trying to resemble a fast food advertisement or sign such as Dunkin' Donuts, which contributes to obesity. PETA established their ethos or credibility through the prior knowledge that PETA is a well-known animal rights organization that has been in existence since 1980. According to Grant Davey, an English professor at Utah State University, a Redder's ethos will not be the same for all audiences. Therefore, it is safe to say that supporters of PETA will acknowledge the credibility and authority of PETA more so than someone who opposes it. PETA does have many celebrities that support their organization, including Pamela Anderson, their spokesperson, which helps give their name credibility. The main critical missing link from this ad is logos. Logos is the logical aspect of rhetorical analysis, and PETA does not properly use it. Obviously, not all meats are bad for you, therefore not all meats make you fat. More importantly though, clearly feeding your child meat is not really abuse, so PETA is not using factual information there either.